Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back to Key West Waterman. My name is Aaron Young. I'm about to start a long stretch of charters, so I'm not gonna have a lot of time to make videos, so I wanted to make one more. It was supposed to be extremely windy today, which if you look at the flag over there, and then there's some palm trees, it's actually not that bad. So this was gonna be a dramatic episode on how to catch fish or where to go fishing when it's really windy. But quite honestly, it's not that windy, which I'm not mad about. So we're still gonna go fishing. I've got my good friend Will here with me. We're gonna go do some inshore fishing, kind of show you what you can get into when the wind's blowing. Wintertime in the Keys, it just tends to be really windy for the majority of the time. But we're gonna stick with our plan. We're gonna fish inshore and see what we can get into. About to poke our head out here. We've got some cut bait on board, just some frozen bonitas, but we might, if we see some birds diving, we might try and throw a net on some live bait, but we'll see what the day gives us. Let's rock and roll. You can see the shrimp boats out there anchored up. When the shrimp boats are kind of tucked in behind the island, that means there's normally a pretty good north wind. We had our first real front of the year. It got down, I think like 65, but when the shrimp boats are in, you know it's pretty windy out there. So unfortunately, we weren't able to find any live bait. Checked a few spots, it just wasn't around, quite honestly, but that's no big deal. We've got some frozen bonitas we're gonna cut up. I've done an episode similar to this one, inshore. We're just fishing kind of a rock pile in the channel. We're near Key West, but the current flows through here real nice. So we're gonna anchor up and fish the tide turns. And yeah, we'll see what happens. We're not really looking for monsters or anything. We're just trying to get some fish in the boat to eat. A lot of times when these cold fronts come, the northwest wind kind of gets the snappers, the bigger snappers pushed up in these channels. So I was starting to rig up my reels here. And I just realized I forgot my entire leader spool, which holds every type of leader that I have. So this should make things interesting. I've got 2 leaders on this one. This one has no leader. Will has a little bit of leader on that. So should be fun. Let's see what we can do here. I believe this is only 15 on both of these, so throw a little wrench in there. So luckily I found one thing of 30 pound. That's all we got. I don't know if you've ever seen these they're little like foam wheels. I get them off Amazon, but when I switch reels from leader to leader, I hate throwing the other leader away, so I bought these to save my excess so I can reuse it. Saves me a little bit of money, but there we go. We've got about 12 feet of 30 pounds, so we're in business. All right, look out, Will. I gotta catch dinner. So kind of letting it go back slow. This jig looks to be a little too heavy for the current right now. Kind of go up and down in sizes as you figure it out. This one looks like it might be a little too heavy. I'm not necessarily trying to get straight down to the bottom. I'm kind of drift with the current. There we go. Nah, he's little. It was wrapped around a rock. Oh, little black grouper. That's what we want. That's the wrong size. The reason I throw him out away from the boat is a lot of times barracudas will sit under the boat and pick off what you throw back, and that's not what fish I want a barracuda eating. And as the tide lightens up, I go smaller and smaller and smaller. I don't actually want these jigs to get to the bottom. I want them to kind of just drift back slowly with the current. I want them to make their way to the bottom very slowly. I mean, it's okay if they hit the bottom behind the boat, but the idea is I want this sinking very slow. You can see we still got the currents moving pretty good, but as the current slows down, the jigs get lighter. Get up here, you grunt. Hey! Yellowtail snapper. Beautiful. You can go back today. There you go. My camera on? Is my camera on my head, Will?
Yep.
Don't do it, don't do it. Might be my mutton. Woo! I don't know. Might be the right one. Might be that mutton snapper I was looking for. Almost feels like a jack. He came up high, but he's digging his head like that. Does he feels like a big snapper. Woo! Told ya. Oh, come here, Bubba. No, I'm gonna lose this fish. Come here. Dude.
Want to go?
No. Felt like. Look at that. 20 feet of water. Fourth bait in the water. What did I say? Northwest wind, big snappers? Nice one. Don't open his mouth.
He's trying to steal his food.
He's like, dude, I was eating that. Dude, you gotta give me a little leeway here. It's loose, you just can't get it out. Open your mouth. Go down. Jeez. You don't want me to have it. My camera on?
Yes.
Oh, we got it right at the surface. I'm sorry, buddy. Couldn't remember if my camera was on. That is a big yellowtail. Sorry, buddy. I'm gonna end it for you real quick. That was a nice yellowtail too. So it is actually slack tide right now, which what that means is the water is not flowing in any direction. The water is sitting still. There's no current. A lot of times the bite will slow down when that happens. But we're still getting bites and hooking a couple fish here and there. So we're gonna fish through it, and once the tide turns around and goes back the other way, the bite should pick up a little more because you're fishing in a different direction. So gonna keep grinding through it, see what we can come up with. A yellowtail. Woo! The bite is back on. That's a nice one. Beautiful fish. Ooh, Will's got something real on. Oh, he gone. He gone. So the tide is really starting to pick up. We fished the backside of it. You see the water's moving pretty quickly now, so I think we're done. The idea wasn't really to come out here and slay it. We've only been fishing for about an hour and 20 minutes. The goal was to get dinner, and we did. Got one gorgeous mutton snapper and a couple keeper yellowtails. Threw a couple keeper yellowtails back, and I mean, mission accomplished. We got dinner. All right, guys, we are back at the dock. This is the fish of the day. Nice mutton snapper. We're actually going to prepare this whole, and a company emailed me and asked me to do a review on this fish scaler. The guys over at, they're actually called fish scalers. Full disclosure, they asked me how much it would cost to review this thing. I told them I will not take any money to review it, but they're gonna get an honest review from me because I'm never gonna sell you guys anything that I don't believe in or try to sell you on anything. But quite honestly, they sent me this. Never actually used it. You can see it's brand new. Goes forward and backward, well, clockwise and counterclockwise. And I'm gonna put it on this mutton snapper and give you guys an honest review just in case you're interested. If it ends up working, I'll put a link in the description, a link in the description, and you guys can get you one. But let's dig in. So I'm guessing I want to go against the grain here. Okay. Holy crap! Okay, so this is actually pretty cool. Oh god, the little fins there. That's pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie. As you can see, whoop. So it grabs the fins there a little if you're not careful. Look out, Will. Oop. Oh. So it works on your hand too. Careful, wear some gloves. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed. Like I said, I'm not making any money off this. They asked me to review it. I'm doing it for free, and I'm giving you an honest review. I can't comment on the longevity, but man, that thing just ripped the scales right off. So I'm gonna gut this and take the gills out. I'm gonna have it for dinner. One more thing. I've gotten other emails. If you guys want to send me stuff to try, I'm not going to take money to review it, but the only catch is I'm going to give it an honest review. If it doesn't work, I'm going to tell everyone. So if you believe in your product and you want me to test it out, send it to me and I'll give it a try. Make sure it's something relevant to fishing. Don't send me a baby stroller to test. But like I said, gonna gut this, get it in the kitchen. See you there. All right. Oh. All right, boys and girls, we're back in the kitchen trying to teach the girls how not to cuss on camera. I've got my good friend Will here. He is walking me through a recipe that I've never done before. I've always been curious to try. We have our whole mutton snapper. What we have done so far is we cut some slits in it, 3 slits on each side all the way down. Inside the cuts, we salted the entire snapper, stuffed with grated garlic and ginger. And we filled this pan up with about 1 inch of water, put some lemons in it, and then we doused it with rice vinegar. I'm told that rice vinegar is going to
soften the meat a little bit,
and it tenderizes a little bit. So that's where we are right now. We've got the oven at 350. She's about to go in.
That's a big lime.
All natural, organic, non-GMO.
That's absolutely not true.
All right, so we are going to make our sauce that we're going to put on top of the fish after it comes out of the oven. We got lime. A little bit of soy sauce.
What's that?
What is this, Will?
Chili paste.
Something spicy.
Not that much. Not even close to that much.
Have you ever had chili paste?
That's good.
Say what?
A little more. There you go.
That's it?
That's it. Give that a stir.
I need more than that. It's a big snapper, Will. I know you didn't catch one, but...
Well, so the reason why you don't need that much of that is because we're pouring the hot peanut oil over it, and that's gonna carry that throughout the fish.
All right.
Leave the cooking
There's our sauce. Smells delicious.
The standoff.
So we had a little mishap. We had a hole get in the bottom of that. We started losing water, as you can see. The concept here was to steam this, and as the water was escaping, that did not go as well as it should have. But I think it's gotta be there. We covered it up with a little extra foil to try and increase the steam.
Oh, I got faith.
It's just barely, looks pretty good.
Oh, that looks great.
So I think we're there.
It only took 3.5 hours.
Yeah. Not gonna give you time on this one, I'll let you guys figure it out.
Side note, it's 3 a.m. guys.
Alright, we've got peanut oil. Smoking hot.
That's good.
Oh god.
That's
Watch out,
good.
Brody.
That's good.
Since this is my disaster, I'm gonna taste it.
It looks good.
It looks
It looks
good.
really
I told you it wasn't that bad.
moist.
Okay, it's actually better than I thought it was gonna be. It's got a really good flavor for sure.
What about the texture? I'm concerned about that.
It's perfectly done. Look at it. White, there's no pink. I mean, it's just moist. Normally snapper's overdone. It's actually kind of perfect. It only took us 3 hours, but it's pretty darn good. That's all we got this one. I don't have an exact recipe because we completely screwed this up, but it ended up being all right. Thanks so much for watching. If you're not already, go subscribe and we'll see you next time. Later.